Thank you so much for tuning in today. I am Japelle, your host for the Japelle TV Show. This is the show where we talk about relationships, love, sex, entrepreneurship, a little bit of spirituality, and everything in between.
Oh, here we go. Yo, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
We ready? We good? We Gucci? Justin? All right. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me today. Welcome to the Japelle TV Show, where we talk about relationships, love, sex, business, entrepreneurship, a little bit of spirituality, and everything in between. All right. Again, thank you so much for being here with me today. One of my main goals of this show is to be to bring the community together, right? So we all stick together, especially the people that look like me. I think that's really important from where I come from here in Portland, Oregon. It's not a lot of us out here, so I want to do my best and my part in the community with everybody sticking together, bringing each other together, and just supporting each other. All right, so here we have with me today my very handsome co-host for the day, my guest.
Yes,
All right,
indeed.
Cam.
Yep.
All right, Cam.
Yes,
Introduce
indeed.
yourself, man.
Well, they call me Cam, Campaign Cam.
Campaign Cam.
I even heard Killer Cam a few
Killer
times.
Cam.
But I am the owner of American Cream, AC Cream for short. Dope brand, up and coming.
AC Cream. Okay.
Blowing up, going fast. You see Pill in it. Great supporter. She looks good. This is kind of people, the type of people we want in our clothes right here.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? Pretty people that represent the brand, represent the life, the culture, and just doing our thing. First, can I give a few shout outs?
Absolutely.
Right.
Yes. You know niggas gotta get a shout out.
She's actually the first person that asked to interview me.
Yeah,
I don't know
man.
if niggas are scared of me or whatever the case may be.
Ooh, don't be scared.
Yeah, don't be scared. But, I think it's dope. I love what you're doing here. You got a dope show. I like watching it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Shout out to you. Always give yourself a pat on the back. Big
Thank
ups.
you.
I want to give a shout out to Audra.
Hey, Audra girl.
Yes, indeed. I want to give a shout out to her. A lot of this wouldn't be possible without her.
Amen. Strong black woman.
Yeah, for sure. And I want to give a shout out to Black Mannequin. That's my bro.
Black Mannequin.
Yes, indeed. I grew up with this kid. He actually is the one who actually inspired me to do this.
Mm-hmm.
He's been totally transparent with me.
Good.
And helping me, build my brand. So that's a big support system through him and Natalia and what they're doing and building over there. I think that's dope. And Sophie, who's actually helping running my business right now. My guy Brett, co-owner of American Cream and Caviar.
Okay.
So, it's a lot of good stuff coming up, man. And I'm just excited about everything that I'm doing and everything that we're doing. Yes, blessed.
Blessed black man.
Yes, indeed.
Shout out to Black Mannequin,
Shout
your
out
baby
to
mama
yeah.
favorite. Your baby mom's
mama's
favorite.
You know what I'm saying?
Your baby mom. You know what? I got us some slack from that episode that I did with him.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my God.
That phone call.
That phone call, So I got a comment on my YouTube channel. I'm pretty sure it was her. Bless you, beloved. But anyways, we're gonna keep pushing.
It's a lot of mess, but
Mm-hmm.
what you expect from Black Mannequin? What do you expect from your baby mama's favorite?
Your baby mama's favorite, right?
He's gonna give you everything raw and uncut.
He definitely gave it some raw and uncut.
Unscripted, but that's really his life. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So,
yes. But I love to see our beautiful black men out here taking care of business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
I love to support you guys, for sure. I'm glad that both you guys have come on the show.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump right into it, though.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
I know you said that Black Mannequin has inspired you and has been transparent and everything like that, but you've always been fashionable.
Oh, yeah.
Always. So, what inspires you to? I know Black Mannequin did, but anything else? Any other inspiration?
Well, I love clothes. I love clothes. I love making people happy. Yeah, for sure. I love making people happy. I like to, make people smile, especially when they put clothes on their back.
Man.
I think it's important. One thing that my brand stands for, and again, a mission statement that is behind my brand is about the American dream. So it's a play on words of American dream.
Absolutely.
American cream is a play on the words of American cream. And a lot of times, especially us in less fortunate communities or us in the black communities or ethnic backgrounds, we have a tough time, trying to achieve the American dream. You know what I'm saying? It's not always obtainable for us because of the circumstances that we come from, background. So, but one thing we do is dress. That's what you hear about Sunday's best. When black people go to church, they put their Sunday's best on. And so I kind of wanted to showcase that same thing in your drip. So American Cream is, wearing that American dream on your back and just trying to get to where you want to go. Maybe you can't get there, financially, or to picket fence and a big house, 2 kids, but you can't obtain it, maybe through the way that you dress. So
absolutely. I love to freaking hear it.
Yes,
I love to hear it. Again, I'm so glad that you're on the show. I have seen your growth.
Thank you.
I've seen your growth, and I commend it. I always like to see a black man out here handling their business.
No, yes.
Let's talk about how we met, though.
Oh,
let's talk about how we met. So first of all, his sister is my motherfucking best friend.
Yeah.
My motherfucking best friend. Hi, TT.
Shout out TT.
TT. I've been talking to TT about trying to get her on the show, but yes, that is how Cam and I met. His sister is my best friend. I love her dearly. She is like the most genuine, pure-hearted, sweetest, beautiful black woman, but she'll beat your ass.
She will definitely beat your ass. I owe her some money too, so let me
you owe her some money? Oh shit!
Get that to her. I owe her some money. She's not playing.
Yeah,
she
we
hit me
love
all the way
too.
From Memphis.
Oh yeah, I just talked to her. She is in Memphis right now, visiting y'all family.
Yeah, she hit me from Beale Street, I think, right? Yeah, she hit me from Beale Street and was like, yo, I'm down here. And,
what up, bro?
Yeah, for real. So let me go ahead and shoot that to her. Right. It's coming, sis.
Yeah, it's coming. But yes, we met through TT, and man, it was some crazy times back then,
It
was some crazy ass times. I think I was still dancing and shit.
Yeah, early 2000s. If you know me, you knew what I was doing.
Man, we was at the end of the day, was getting to it, handling business as always.
Yes,
but it was some great times, really good times, and I'm very grateful and thankful to have met you through TT.
Yeah, for sure.
And just to see your progress and everything again. I just love to see our people, especially our black men, doing something positive in the community and really just doing something with themselves.
No, I love positivity, good vibes. You know what I'm saying? Really inclusive with everybody. Everybody to try to strive and just be the best thing they can be. I think that's kind of why we're here.
Absolutely.
It's a lot of crazy stuff going on in our town.
I'm about to say, how has the community received you?
Great. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, a lot of people supporting.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Great. There's a lot of people that rock my clothes. You know what I'm saying? I think it's the colors in it. It goes with a lot of shoes. You know what I'm saying? It's culture.
I love it.
Yeah, for sure. I tried to make it as loud as possible.
Yes, I love it. It's loud but subtle, I feel like.
For real. I think so too. Like I said.
It's loud but subtle. I love the colors. I love it.
I like a lot of color. I like clothes. Like I said, I love clothes. I love material clothes. I try to get a lot of organic clothing, 100%
good
organic.
Quality,
good quality. You know what I'm saying? Trying to not leave a carbon footprint. Just different stuff like that. I try to research a lot of stuff like that just because we're Oregonians first.
Correct.
Oregonians. We got tree huggers and all the shit out here.
Right,
so,
for sure.
You can't go down the street with a pop can without trying to pick it
No,
up.
for real. I've had customers come to my coffee stand. Do you have paper straws? I'm like, I think you can get in trouble for having plastic straws. I'm like, can I? Well, they sell the motherfuckers. I'm gonna get in trouble for.
See, I didn't know they was doing that.
Yeah,
shit like that.
We really I get saving the planet and all the things. I try to do my part. I try to do my part, but.
They put you in jail before you hit a human being if you hit a dog.
Man. So it's good to see that the community has embraced you.
They have.
And everything.
And I really appreciate the community. I guess shout out to all my fans.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
So business is doing well.
It is.
That's good.
It's doing really good.
So where do you plan on taking this? We gotta get you in some fashion shows. I think everything is starting to open up again.
Exactly.
Have you heard about the Bloom Collective fashion show?
So I've heard about it.
Yeah.
I've heard about it. You know what I'm saying? I haven't got any formal invites. So if y'all looking for somebody to go. But
some shit like that, you gotta put yourself. You gotta just.
Okay.
I want to. You know what I'm saying? Because shit, they ain't gonna invite your ass. You really gotta just be like, hey, I want to be up in there, and you gotta pay. I don't know if you have to pay a fee for that one. I'm not sure, but I know at what is it called? Fucking Fade to Light. No, not Fade to Light. That's another fashion show. What the fuck is it called? Fashion Next. Okay. Fashion Next is the bigger Portland Fashion Week. I know that you have to be, in order to be in their fashion show, you have to pay. Mm-hmm. But if you're an emerging, new designer, you can apply to be,
Perfect.
And they'll give you a spot to compete and all of that.
Perfect. Yeah. That's something I'm looking forward to.
But I'm a little bit connected in there, so just ask me,
when we get done with this, I know
Absolutely.
who to talk to, for sure.
But so yeah, just diving into that though, like everything is opening back up. I have seen them promote, so just know.
Okay.
I think that they're going to be doing like some shows this summer and spring, so
Perfect.
it'll be good for some good, especially you're
Yeah.
just starting out, and it'll be good for you to show on something like that because it's a person of color is producing it.
Okay, perfect.
Right, we just gotta stick together, man.
No, I'd love to do it, so I'll do some research on it, and see what I can do.
Absolutely.
Hopefully y'all see me in there.
Oh, you'll be seeing Kim.
Yeah,
you'll be seeing us some motherfucker with.
Yeah, you definitely
for sure.
Yeah, in a town near you.
In a town near you for sure.
Sure.
So, this is what I've wanted to do, which I've seen Black mannequins doing this too,
Right.
like just doing little pop-ups and events out of town,
Right,
which I think is fucking amazing. I think that's what it's all about, because like it's Portland, Oregon, whatever, we're making a name for ourselves here, but I think it's really important as an artist of any kind to get established in your own town, but also, you want to branch out. You want to be bigger, right? I think as Black people, we want to at least start like thinking bigger for ourselves, right? I think that's really important. But let's get to some personal stuff.
Oh yeah, man, I love personal stuff because I'm shy.
Are you? I never took you as being no goddamn shy. I don't know if that's the truth. You telling the truth?
No.
You ain't telling the truth.
Definitely ain't shy, man.
Let's get into relationships.
Okay.
What is your stance on? What is your relationship status?
Complicated.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? It's complicated.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think a lot of people can relate.
Yeah, I love you.
I love you.
I love you. But it's definitely complicated.
Aww.
So.
Okay, so what is your take on a polyamorous type relationship?
Polyamorous. So that means a lot of people.
That means, yes, more than one. Like, so you're in love or in a relationship with more than one person.
I mean, love is love is fickle, man, and it is. Love is complicated.
It's
I think
hard.
I think love. You can't help who your heart.
Correct.
You can't help that.
Yeah, you can't help who you love.
You can't help who you love.
Correct.
I mean, have you loved more than one person throughout your life?
I mean, throughout my life, but
Yeah.
as far as like at the same time.
Yeah.
You flipped it back on my ass.
Well, I mean,
I think I have.
Yeah, no, I have.
I think I have.
I've had relationships where I've been.
Or I thought.
First of all, a lot of square shit is hard for me to relate to.
A lot of square shit.
A lot of square shit hard for me to relate to because my mind has kind of been reconditioned in a certain way in faction. But I have been in love before, and I've loved somebody.
Yeah.
And then we fallen out, but I didn't fall out of love. And then, falling out and getting with somebody else, you fall into love with them, but you're not yet out of love with the last person. So I've loved two people at the same time, and I've actually loved more than that because, I mean, throughout my life, girls have been very nice to me. You know what I'm saying?
I can only imagine.
Yeah, they've been. They've been actually
From
nice
watching from afar, you're quite the ladies' man.
Well, yes, humble brag, but no, I actually like the idea of love. So love is a good concept. I think it's but I don't.
But do you ever see yourself just with one person?
I mean, I've been with one person before.
Yeah.
I've been with one person before. I've been with a lot of people before.
Right.
You know what I mean? I like them both.
Right.
So
when you had multiple women, from a male's perspective, like obviously there's drama, or there's like, how do you maneuver through the issues of being with more than one woman and trying not to have it be so much drama? Like, how do you minimize the drama?
Shit, you better just hide them from each other.
What the fuck?
No, let me stop.
Oh my God.
You got to be. One thing that I've learned is that you kind of have to be truthful.
Absolutely.
You have to tell the truth because people accept more than what you think.
Absolutely. I was gonna say, like, me as a woman, like, I would prefer for a man to tell me the truth. See, I don't believe in just a traditional relationship and I've been in the sex industry, like I've just had different types of relationships.
Right.
So when I come to people like my family and friends,
Right.
and I tell them like, oh, I accept this, or I'm open to this, and I'm doing this, they look at me like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? So, but I don't have the, I don't have the idea of a traditional relationship. So I'm open to many things.
Right.
But I think that we have been brainwashed, I think, as a society to think a certain way, that is supposed to look and be a certain way.
Of course.
I think that people should just be open to different situations of what makes you happy, and not worry about what society or your mama or your daddy or whoever is going to think. If it makes you happy, like it makes you happy. I personally have been in a polyamorous relationship a couple times.
Yeah.
And that shit hard.
No, it's definitely hard.
That shit's hard.
It's
You know
definitely
what I
hard.
mean?
You're juggling a lot of different personalities. You know?
Absolutely.
You're trying to make a lot of different people happy. You're trying to make it work. You're trying to coexist. I have been in those relationships too. And just from the male perspective of dealing with girls are hard. You know, females are hard. They're not easy. I mean, there's a lot of emotion.
A little bit.
Of course, there is a lot of emotion that's there and that's tied up into, you know,
absolutely
feelings.
But as far as like the male being, back to the male being just honest, you know, I think that men, just from a woman telling you, like, you would get so much further and better results if you were just truthful and honest up front.
No doubt.
Period.
No
because you don't want to force anybody to like trying to push them into a certain role or to be accepting of something that they're not comfortable with.
Exactly.
So if they're not comfortable with it, okay, move along next. Like, let me like keep figuring it out.
Right.
Because you're just gonna complicate shit, and it's just gonna create more drama, more jealousy when you're trying to fit this person into the situation. It just doesn't fit.
Yeah, it's like trying to put a square into a circle. Or
exactly.
Vice versa,
exactly.
It's just not gonna work. But those are good points, though. You know, those are good points. People all often accept more than you give them credit for, and if they don't, you got to just be on your way and find a relationship or what the situation is that fits you. Because somebody out there gonna love you, and somebody's gonna be a part of your situation. Believe that.
Period.
Believe that. You know what I'm saying? 8 billion people on this big blue ball.
Right.
Somebody gonna.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
So, okay, let me ask you your opinion on something. So, my last relationship was polyamorous, and when we first started, like, he had this woman that he had already been seeing, but I was like, okay, because he told me like he thinks that they only really connect on a sexual level, and I'm like, okay, but this bitch been around in the picture for 5 years.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he was also going through a divorce anyway. So I'm like, you mess with her when you were married. Like, okay, so what are you seeing yourself with this person? And it was just. Oh, you're saying? Oh, sorry. But he couldn't really tell me. Like, he couldn't say, or I feel like he didn't know. Let me rewind. I feel like a man know.
Okay.
I feel like a man know if he could be with a woman or not in the future for the long run. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to build with her or not. And it took me, I feel like, to push the situation in order to, like, really press the line on her. Because I'm accepting of it. I'm like, okay, well, I got to meet the bitch.
Right.
You know what I mean? We met, and I'm talking to her, I'm pushing a hard line. I'm, like, asking all the good questions. I'm like, because I'm in love with this person, and I see myself, I'm already building with them. I'm already building with them. So what is it with you guys? Because he tells me, like, you guys only really connect on a sexual level. And she's like, oh, no. And it was like, it just kind of threw me off. So it's just like, I just feel like, again, men need to be upfront and honest, because even though she's been around for the 5 years and she was pretty much the mistress or side bitch when you were married. So, but you don't see yourself being with this person or even growing with this person or building. So I just think that in that situation, like, you clearly should have just been upfront and honest. And that kind of like raised a red flag with me, because it's like,
well, how did he see you?
Oh, we're building.
Okay, so you guys are actually, you're working towards something.
Correct. We've invested in each other.
And so, but this other lady that he's with is just
or was
sex.
with.
Okay,
so after I pushed the hard line on her and I was asking all these hard questions, I think that she probably was thinking to herself too, like, well, damn, where do I fit?
Right.
Like, I knew when you were, married, I knew where you were. I knew what to expect. But now this other person has come along. Like, I don't even know where I fit in. Shut up, Cam.
You done scared the bitch off.
Anyway, so fast forward. So he gets the new bitch. And so this is where I feel like men really fuck up in a polyamorous situation, because men will just be like, okay, well, she's accepting of, having another woman, but he doesn't include the woman in that process. He'll just bring a bitch and be like, okay, well, this is a bitch I like. And just expect for me to accept that. And it's like, no, that's not how it works.
No, I think in a situation like that, when the guy gets to make the decision, he's bringing in a situation that he likes, not
Correct.
in a situation that we all collectively can benefit from.
Correct.
And that's always going to be a red flag.
An issue.
Yeah, exactly. Especially coming from a woman, because now you're looking at it like, okay, well, why is this bitch here? And why do you like her so much that you couldn't talk to us about it?
Correct.
So these things are always going to kind of play in your head,
Mm-hmm.
and I can see it from that perspective. Have you ever seen the show Finding Sister Wives or Chasing Sister Wives or something?
No.
It's on Discovery. It's really good. You gotta watch this. Yeah, it's really good.
It's called Chasing Sister Wives?
I think it's called like Chasing Sister Wives or Finding Sister Wives.
What?
And it's actually about people that are in polyamorous relationships, and they're actually trying to find and build with somebody, but it's like an inclusion of the wife, and it's the husband, and they're looking for a wife.
Right,
Yeah.
that's how it should be.
Yeah, they're actually looking for a wife, and they have some rules and stuff that's said that you guys can date. There's no sex in the first day. There's no sex on a date, but when you guys are ready to kind of connect and looking to have a situation together,
right?
You know what I'm saying? And the women are accepting of it.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like the women.
Yeah, and it's
Yes.
what do they call it? What do they call it in Mormonism? What do they call it? They call it something. I forgot what it's called in like Mormon.
But so they have the multiple wives thing.
Yeah,
going
the
on in that
multiple
culture.
wives things,
wow.
in that culture. But it's like people that actually like practice this that aren't, basically have any religious denomination or anything. So,
wow.
And then it's like I said, there's a black couple in there that the one black guy, he likes to do it because it's part of his ancestry, and then there's another guy that does it because it's a spirituality type deal.
Wow.
And like they're really spiritual.
Oh, I have to watch this motherfucking show. Oh, I gotta see this.
It's a good show, and it kind of gives you guys some blueprints, and it guys give you
puts things more into perspective.
Exactly. It does.
To see different viewpoints of how
it works and how it doesn't work and what you need to do for it to be successful. And
because me personally, just like fast forward to the other woman that was brought in, it's like if this person is not doing as much as I am and is bringing drama to the table and has some hidden motives that I see, but I feel like the men never see it until it's too late.
Yeah, I mean, I've gotten these same type of warnings. Hey, Kim, watch this bitch.
Really?
She's messy. No,
and you ignored it?
And I ignored it, of course. But I mean, you shouldn't ignore it because a woman knows a woman. I mean, they know it.
Correct.
I can't recognize a lot of stuff about a woman that what's going to happen in the foreseeable future.
But that has happened to you. So you think
yeah.
that was a learning lesson. So would you move differently if you were in that the similar situation now, knowing what you know now?
Yeah.
Would you move differently? You would maybe take into consideration what the other person is telling you?
No, because I ain't shit, and I just do.
Why would you say that?
And I'm always nah. Of course, I mean, you always try to learn from the last thing you did.
Correct.
You always try to learn from the last thing you did. So I think that you're always going to take heed, especially because my mom's told me. My mom's actually told me. Oh my
God, I love your mom.
Yeah, for sure.
God,
my mom's
she's
dope.
so sweet.
Yeah, my mom's actually told me that she's not good for you, and it's always came true. Always, not one time she's told me anything that wasn't true. I guess.
Moms know best.
Yeah, moms know best. So my mom's told me. So yes, I definitely take the advice of a woman if she told me.
Especially the mommy.
Yeah, especially my mom. Yeah, but
hi, Mom.
Yeah.
She's so sweet. I love her.
Yeah, my mom. Shout out to Miss Carity. She's
Miss
dope.
Carity.
Yeah, she's dope. So, but yeah, I mean, it was crazy relationships. But yeah, I get through them all.
Yeah, I don't know. To be honest, like I'm very open about my sexuality. I've told you guys before, like I am attracted to women or whatever, but that don't mean I'm attracted to every bitch. And so I think that when men hear that, he just like, okay, she gonna fuck anything. Like, no, that's not how it works. Because if a bitch is cute with a badass attitude, I'm not attracted to her.
Right.
All right. And even if a bitch is cute, like I don't know, I just got to get to know you. You know, there's gotta be something about you that I'm like, oh, okay, I like that. I'm not just gonna fuck any and everything.
I mean, shit, that's just like, you know, when you look at dudes, you ain't fucking
Correct.
any and every dude, you know
Exactly.
what I'm saying? So that shit makes sense, you know.
Mm-hmm. So that's something that men have to grasp. Like when they have a woman or their woman is attracted to other women and they want to, you know, explore that, don't just think the woman is going to be attracted to every woman or even every woman that you are attracted to. It's just, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah, no, I get that.
It's all about communication.
Yeah, I love women. So I'm damn near, I'm like Lil Wayne. I wish I could fuck every girl in the world. So,
oh my God.
I love women. So
yes.
I think they're special and I think they're dope and, you know, so many good qualities of women. And
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Absolutely. So as far as talking about like just roles in a relationship,
right.
Do you really value your woman's opinion when it comes to making important decisions?
I think that I come from a traditional household, you know, where my mom, she has an opinion, you know, and it is valued by my dad, but I think ultimately my dad kind of has the final say, so. You know. But again, you know, I come from a traditional household. I think that stuff is changing, you know, or pushing for change. Me, I still love tradition, not only because of my upbringing, but again because of my background, you know, before clothes. So,
yes, okay.
Before clothes, and so it was like I wasn't really into too much. It was like, okay, we're gonna do it this way. This is how we're gonna do it. If it fails, it fails.
Right.
You know, if it don't, but it usually doesn't. You know, but again, if it does, it does. And I didn't really take into consideration, again, going back to even relationships, I didn't take into consideration about, you know, whatever their opinion was. But I mean, you know, on a square stance, if we're gonna do some, if we're gonna be squares about it, you know what I mean?
What difference do it make about square not like?
It make a lot of difference.
Does it?
It does. I mean, it does, because square relationships are just a different type of relationship. You know, they are. I mean,
correct.
When you're in a relationship with a boyfriend or girlfriend, it's nothing but a verbal contract. It's saying that we're gonna commit to each other.
Correct.
And be in a relationship, and I'm. You know, these are the things that I like. These are the things that I don't like. Don't cheat on me. Don't do this. Don't do this. Let's go out in public and hold hands. And,
correct.
So it's a lot of verbal contracts that are, you know, made between these two people.
And then other situations are just like more of an understanding. Like, this is what it is.
This is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You know, walk with your head down. We're not doing this. We're not doing that. You're not going to go. And so it's rules to certain shit in different relationships and, you know, different.
I agree with that.
So it's just like, so my background is just a little bit different. So to touch bases back on to what you asked me first is that, I mean, nowadays, you know, I value a woman's opinion. Yeah.
I say, praise God. Praise God. That's what I was wanting.
Took a long time to get there.
But that's growth, though.
It
makes me happy to hear that. Like, you've grown as a man, you know, and you do value a woman's opinion. You know, I mean, shit. Oh my God!
One of them crazy calls.
One of them crazy calls? Who is it?
I don't know.
Answer it.
Okay. I'm in the middle of something.
Are you still doing it? Hi, Janae.
What?
What was
that? With the vendor or with the lender?
Can we talk about this when I'm not on camera?
You're on camera live.
Hey,
bye.
Bye. You don't want to be the next victim.
Yeah. For real. But yeah, that's Sophie, everybody.
That's Sophie, the one you're talking about,
yeah,
like that works with on your business.
Yeah, exactly. So she does a lot.
She like an assistant?
No, I mean, I wouldn't call her that because she does so much. You know, she does a lot.
Like a partner.
She does a lot for the business.
Nice.
I wouldn't call her a partner just yet either.
Okay,
but she does a lot. You know, for
good. You have to have that. You have to have a team.
You got to have a team.
You have to have a team. I'm telling you, I tried to do all that shit by myself. Did not work.
Oh no.
You can't just be like, I'm gonna do everything. No, you will run yourself crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to hear you have a team.
No,
that's definitely important.
It definitely as it started growing, it got real stressful. But you know, I got somebody that's helping me and growing the business and the business side and helping me understand that.
good. A woman.
A woman.
She
is a woman.
But it's, again, back to your growth. Like, it's just good to see, like, how far you've come, not only in your business, but just as a man in general. Just, like, even hearing you, like, your perspective on women and how you've learned and you've grown. Like, so, praise God. I commend you, brother. I commend you, brother.
It's a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot, man.
So, where can we find you, Cam?
You can find me at Campaign Cam or Campaign_Cam on Instagram. The Real AC Cream on Instagram. You can find me at Cam C Carry On Facebook. ACCream.net to buy merchandise.
Yes.
You can find me at PDX Closet.
Yes, PDX Closet.
PDX Closet where
over on Sandy.
Exactly, 26th and Sandy. Come grab your drip.
Yes.
You know, you can find me on the back of Japelle. You see AC Cream right there. So, you know,
Absolutely.
she's a walking billboard. Beautiful
Absolutely.
girl.
Thank you
for the opportunity. Thank you for the interview.
Absolutely. Thank you so
love
much
it,
for being a
sure.
part. This is what it's all about, being a
That's dope.
community, coming together. So I am so happy that you came on. And it was last minute. You guys, he put this shit together last minute. So thank you, praise God. All about that business and get to it, right?
Yeah.
So again, thank you so much for joining us. And thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I appreciate you. I appreciate you tuning in and sharing this space with us. Again, shout out to Thorn City Syndicate.
Shout out Thorn City Syndicate.
Yes, praise God. And shout out to GMP Podcast Group, my wonderful sponsors. They do amazing, a great job. We are also sponsored by none other than Japelle, obviously.
Go get your coffee.
And yes, go get your coffee. Steamy baristas, okay? So check that out. Thank you so much for joining us today. We will see you guys next time. And remember, drink your water or mind your business, bitch. Ciao.
Mind your business, bitch.
Mind your business, bitch. Mind the business that motherfucking pay your ass.
Yeah, for real.
Bitch.
That's funny. That's funny.
Thank you so much, Cam.
No,
I appreciate it. That was good.
Yeah,
It was.
Thank you so much for tuning in today and sharing this sacred space with me. I'm your host, Japelle. You can find me on Instagram, Japelle TV Show. Hit me up in the DMs. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you next time. Ciao.